Hello, Collective. This is Grand Madam, and I'm here with your end of the month reading. Now, Mercury is in Cancer, moving direct, but it is also in direct opposition of Jupiter in Capricorn, Saturn in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, Uranus in Taurus. What does that mean? Well, it means you are going to have to communicate your way out of situations that do you no good and into situations where you can build a realistic structure for the rest of your life. It's just that critical. After coming out of the situations that are doing you no good, you will not have to deal with anything like that for the rest of your entire life. By now, that lesson should be learned. If not, oh well. Today I'm dealing with an interesting deck. It is called Wisdom from the House of Night. These cards are awesome and they're very profound. I've made a spread. Let me show you what I've got. I know you can't see them, but you know how many there are. These are oracle cards. And oops, sorry about the jiggling. These are oracle cards. And what they are showing is the energies or the energy that is surrounding you. Now, it looks like I have about 3 groups in this reading. So I'll just say for some of you, for some of you, for some of you. If I can distinguish between which group is going through what or dealing with what, I'll say so. Okay? First card is the High Priestess of Spirit. And what the High Priestess of Spirit talks about is connecting with Spirit through prayers and meditations, mantras, rituals. Now is the time when it is critical that you make your direct connection with your source, with Spirit. Next to that card, we have the fledgling. And the fledgling talks about being a student of life who has failed the course, but who's gone back and retaken it. Some of you have retaken this same course over and over again, the course of life, the course of relationships, the course of careers, the courses of jobs, and now you get it. Now you get it. But the problem is that you've been so damaged by these courses, these life lessons, is that you are in a state of emotional withdrawal. You're going to have to come out of that now. And that's what the High Priestess of Water is about. You will have to be in contact with your feelings, regardless of how much it hurts, regardless of how confused you are. Because what the priestess, the High Priestess of feelings, the High Priestess of Water, her message is you're going to have to tap into your emotions and go with the flow. And once you have come out of your emotional shell, you will have success. And not just success in relationships, but success in all you do. Mercury in Cancer deals with relationships. It deals with emotions. It deals with family. The other planets that oppose it in Capricorn deal with structure. Jupiter is going to expand the need for the structure, if not expand the structure. Saturn is going to be the hammer that hits you on the head like an old school teacher back in the day when they could whack you with a ruler for doing what you have no business doing and messing up the structure or ignoring the structure. Pluto is just going to come in and just like building blocks, you start trying to build a structure with the wrong blocks, Pluto is going to go and knock it all down. We call it a tower moment. That's because you were building with the wrong blocks. Okay? You're building the right thing. Someone asked, I picked up the energy of saying, building the wrong thing. No, you're building the right thing. You had the wrong building blocks to work with. That's what that was. Also, I have a card. Now, once you start building, once you've made the choice to go into a certain direction that is best for you, because that's what this whole period is about, choosing what is best for you for the rest of your life, for the rest of your life, for the rest of your life. Are you getting it? Once you do that, then you're going to have to step back and be invisible for a bit. Why? Because some people are not going to like the idea of you going off without them and building a new structure. One that they can actually see is going to be a lasting structure, a tight structure, a prosperous structure. They want some of that. Okay? I was thinking of prime example of a structure that was destroyed because the building was right. The idea of building the structure was right, but with the wrong people. Look at Megan Thee Stallion's story. I'm going to leave it right there. She had the right idea. She may have even had the right person, but he had involved himself with the wrong people. Therefore, he became the wrong people for Megan. You're going to be hit with a bunch of lies, deceits, false starts. If you haven't already, I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have. To defeat this, you're going to need to use the High Priestess of Spirit, your intuition, your instincts. What is your gut telling you about what this person is saying to you? Your mind can easily be swayed, and so can your heart. That leaves what? Your gut. Because if this deceitful person has dropped seeds in your mind, it's for their benefit, not yours. If you try to water those seeds, God knows what you'll get. Okay? So you're going to need the High Priestess of Spirit to guide you through that. And what she will do will have you summon your spiritual self. These two cards, this is the basis, this is the foundation. In other words, get back to source. This is showing you how. Summons. Get into your meditation again. Do your chanting. Do your prayers. Ask for guidance. If there's a question, if there is something that you don't know that you just cannot figure out mentally, you do it spiritually. Okay? One mantra or affirmation that I use when I am faced with a question that's just boggling my mind about a person or about a relationship is this. Spirit knows and Spirit shows me what I need to know about this situation or this person. Spirit knows and Spirit shows me what I need to know about this person or about this situation. Spirit knows and Spirit shows me what I need to know. And so it is. Thank you, kind Spirit. And I can guarantee you will be put in a position where you will literally be invisible to that person. And you will be able to stand, you will be close enough to watch, listen, and learn all you needed to know. There will be no shadow of a doubt at all. That's what this period is about. This period this week from, what is this, the 28th? It's been going on since Mercury moved into retrograde up into August. Leo season. We're in Leo season now and things are really getting ready to jump off. And some of you will jump off into great heights and some of you are going to end up jumping off a cliff. So to prevent the cliff jumping, unless that's your thing in Hawaii or something, we're going to key into our spirits and have them guide us. Now, this is something that I always had problems with, but now is not the time to play this game. Obedience. This is the card of tradition. This card says follow the rules, especially dealing with relationships, especially dealing with jobs and careers, the family, what have you. This is no longer the time to do your own thing. This is not the time to think that you can do something and no one will ever know, because it is going to be exposed. Leo season definitely is about exposure. So follow the rules and take the traditional route. Some of you are too rigid. Some of you are going to do what you want to do, and you will collapse financially, physically. You'll break. Simple as that. This is not the time to be too rigid. Okay to be disciplined. Okay to be focused. But you still need that flexibility there, because when spirit comes through, you may be moving down a path on the right, and spirit will stop you in the middle of the path, hey, and go this way. And if you are so rigid that you can't even stop yourself to turn around when you've got the inkling that you should be going the other way, you're going to continue down the wrong path. And that's when bad things happen to you. Okay? Now, let me explain something. Because I'm on a public platform, there are things that I cannot say. I hint at them. So when you see the concern on my face, when you hear the concern in my voice, and when I start ranting, that's because I have seen something that I cannot tell you about publicly, but it is horrendous. Okay? I just want to be clear on that. We are not allowed, and I'm not losing my channel. Okay? Again, here we have the card of meditation. Back in the day, I do believe it was the 90s, there was a product that came out, the Hemi Sync, HEMI-SYNC. They were Hemisync products. And what those products did, they put you in an instant state of meditation. It blew my mind. They resurfaced in my life this week, and I tried them and almost fell off the bed. I'm like, wow, because I had been having difficulties doing certain meditational practices. Hemisync took me right where I needed to be. It couldn't have been 30 seconds. Couldn't have been 30 seconds. I know I was where I needed to be in less than a minute, meditationally. Okay. Try the Hemisync products. They can be found on the MonroeInstitute.com. They can be found on YouTube. Now, the Monroe Institute, it is a legitimate organization, but I have to tell you, they are most known for training remote viewers. And what's a remote viewer? This is an overgeneralization, but they are clairvoyants for the government. Okay? But they have a great program. My only hesitation with not, I'll take their courses, maybe. My hesitation is that the founder was former CIA. Okay? I don't want to work for those folks. I have my own stuff. Okay, now moving right along. Then we also have the High Priestess of Air. Logic and reasoning are going to play a great factor this week for you. You have choices to make. You have choices to make. Now, you have the only High Priestess you don't have is the High Priestess of Earth. So this is dealing with your spirit, your emotions, and rational thinking. This is what you're going to be dealing with this week. Okay? So it's time to get sharp, and it's time to take action. But the action you're taking is the development of the self. Okay? Individuality, the do your own thing card. This is time for you to develop you. You can't worry about somebody else now. This is all about you. And now we have the card of the moon that deals with hidden fears, things going on behind the scenes, and also it deals with your intuition. Next to that, we have the card of self-worth. All right? And self-worth is just that. That's your third chakra. That's building your confidence, your self-confidence. You will become more self-confident. You will build your self-worth by listening to spirit through your meditations, using your logic, allowing your emotions to flow, and again, getting in touch with your spiritual side. Okay? That's your homework for this week. This is Grand Madam, wishing you much love. This is a wrap.